guys, it's Laura. Today's workout is sliding core. You can use a sliding disc or furniture sliders or towels if you're on a harder surface, or paper plates if you're on a carpet. You will need something soft for your knees and your hips. So I have a small mat that I just fold in half. We'll be working all the way around your midsection. So grab your sliding device and a mat and let's get started. So I am kneeling on I found just a cheap yoga mat that I cut and I just fold it in half, but you can use anything that will provide cushion for your knees and your hips later on. I'm using washcloths. They slide well on my floor, and if you're on carpet, you could use things like, of course, they make furniture sliders, they make sliding discs, gliding discs, and paper plates work well on carpet. Okay, so we're going to start with our hands on the washcloths or the disc. I'm going to say discs throughout because that's what most people are going to use. Make sure you have enough cushion for your knees. We're going to be in child's pose, so we're going to get warmed up. So sliding back into the hips, and then you're going to come forward over to the side, reaching back to the side, and then go over. So we're just getting warmed up through the lower back, through your obliques, through your lats. So there are going to be some challenging exercises in today's workout, but just do your best. You might be really strong at this. You can always change your resistance. Just a couple more. Really reaching to the side so you feel that down your side. And bring it center, and then slide back to your hips, dropping the head, and then coming up, and then dropping back, and coming up. Now I'm wearing shoes. You don't even have to be wearing shoes. One more. Nice. Okay, so we're on the knees. We're going to be sliding out. Have you ever used seen one of those core wheels? It's basically a wheel with handles. It's basically the same exercise. So you're going to have your knees apart. You can be about hip width apart. And then you're going to slide forward with the hips as far as you can. And then you can walk it back in. Now, if you're stronger, you can always slide back with both hands. So back, 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 back. So what you don't want to do is when you come out, you want to make sure the abs stay engaged and you don't drop into the spine. Okay, so you want to keep that core tight. You're going to feel this all the way around into the lower back, into your abdominals, obviously your shoulders, chest, triceps are also working. Make sure you're breathing, you're not holding your breath. How are you feeling so far? See, and the added benefit is I get to make a clean spot on my floor. That's always nice. One more. Nice. Okay, do you feel warmed up? Now we're going to lay prone or face down. So I'm going to open up my mat, and you want your hips at the end of the mat. So you're face down, fix my shirt, and hands on the discs or washcloths. So keeping your neck neutral, you don't want to be looking up. Tuck your chin just a little bit, and feet firmly on the floor, sliding up into spinal extension and coming back. Sliding up, keeping those arms the same amount of bend throughout. Remember, it's really important to work your spine in both directions. You want to get that spinal extension and flexion. So bending forward, bending backward. But only come as high as that feels good for you. Okay, some people can come way up there, but don't force anything. Okay, so now we're going to pull, same movement. We're going to pull back a little bit more and then out. Now notice what you feel besides your lower back. You may feel your arms. You may feel the lats. So pull the elbows back and in. Remember to keep that chin slightly tucked so you're not craning the neck. Keeping that neck in line with the rest of your spine. Good. How are you feeling? Are you getting warmed up? Now reach outward and inward. Outward, inward. I don't know about you, but I'm getting warmed up for sure. Okay, now we're going to circle out. Out and in. So depending on your flooring and what you're using to slide around on, it may be more or less resistance. Can we circle the other way? Go out and in. Take breaks whenever you need to. Just a couple more. Last one. Bring it center. How'd you do? Okay, so now we're going to flip. So we're going to have our feet, our toes. This is why I have shoes on. Our toes on the discs and our hands on some cushion, just so we have a little support. So I'm sliding back. So I'm going to walk my knees back, get my hair out of the way, spread those fingers. If you want to make this more challenging, we're going to be in a plank. You could be on those elbows. That's going to be much more challenging. You're deeper into that plank. So we're going to be in a high plank. So slide out. Make sure your foot is right in the center. Find your plank. Tuck your pelvis. Abs in tight. You could just hold your plank if you want. Or bring one leg in. Other leg in. So stay lifted through the shoulders. You don't want to sink into the joint. This one can be really challenging. Remember, you could just be holding a plank if that is challenging enough. And then we're going to slide out to the side. Out and in. Make sure you're not arching your lower back. You're keeping your abs in. How are you feeling? You're going to feel those arms. They've been working the whole time. Out, in. Just a couple more. One more each way. Remember, take rest when you need to. And very nice. How'd you do on that? Did you feel it? Okay, so now we're going to be seated. See, this workout is very short. It's a nice little add-on, or if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get something in. So we're sitting in a mermaid position, which means both legs out to the side. You can even have this leg back if that's more comfortable, almost like a 90-90 position. Hands on the towels, discs, and you're going to slide out and pull in. Now, you can create more resistance by pushing down into the disc or towel. Reach as far as you can. And then back in. Now, you can take the hands further apart, getting it as far down as you want to, and back up. The mat here is to cushion the hip. That's why our legs are bent. And really reach a little further. Exhale. Pull in. Now it's just a nice bonus that we're also getting upper body work in addition to that core work. Okay, give me one more. And then we're going to take one of these and we're going to put it under our foot. So this back arm, now we're on the elbow. And this, we're going into a side plank. So you're going to be on the elbow. This knee is down. If you want to do a full side plank, you can. Putting that with the top leg. So the foot is on the disc or towel. So we're going to come up. This is a bent knee side plank or a modified side plank. You can come here, but it is way more challenging because we're going to slide forward and then go back. Slide forward, staying in that side plank, and go back. So nice sliding motion. And again, if you press down into that sliding disc, towel, whatever, you're creating more resistance on the exercise. Slide forward, slide back, keep that hip lifted. Remember, you could be on both feet, way more challenging. And back one more. Very nice. Okay, see, we're almost done. Take this. Now we're going to the other side. So get into that mermaid position. Both legs bent. Whatever feels good to your hip, okay? Because you're going to feel that hip a lot if you are sitting crisscross. You want to be sideways so that you hit those obliques. So you're going to come out and pull back up. Reach out. Exhale, pull back up. Think about bracing through the core as you slide up. Now you want to avoid laying all the way down and releasing your body weight. You want to keep tension on the obliques. You could even lift a leg if you want to. That's an option too. Now, I should have told you that on the other side. Push down, create that resistance. A couple more. Last one. Nice. So we're going to move that so we can use it under that top foot on the elbow. Remember, you can do bent knee or straight leg on that bottom leg. Right here, make sure you right in the center. Come up into that plank. Love these mid-rise pants here. Okay, come forward. I'm always complaining about my pants. Come back. Come forward. Come back. Stay lifted, okay? Remember, don't sink into the shoulder. Use your core muscles to keep you lifted. And back. If this is too much on the shoulder, you can always put hand down to kind of offset the weight on that shoulder. That is fine too. And forward. This movement is as big as you want to make it. Go back. Just a couple more. And then we get to lay flat on our back, face up. Here's the last one. Nice. Okay, so face up, knees bent. Last set of exercises. So lay on your back. Make sure your hips are at the end of the mat because you will be sliding the feet. So we're going to come into a bridge. And if you're on actual discs or furniture sliders or something like that, make sure that your heel is in the center so you don't end up taking your foot off of the disc. So you're keeping the hips stable, slide out and drag back in. Other side, slide out and back in. So abs engaged, you're working through the glutes, your lower back, your abs, your quads. Hamstrings are getting worked when you pull back in. So you can create that resistance by pushing down as you drag back in. And out. And in. Now, if you need a easier version, you can have your hips down and just create that resistance, especially if it's starting to really fatigue or you're coming back or just starting out in exercise. Okay, so we're gonna do one more thing. So staying lifted, slide both feet out slowly. Okay, you can drop at any time, bring your hips down, slide back in, lift up. Both legs out, down, slide back in, lift up. Keep a little pelvic tilt and back in. Now you could be going faster than me, that's fine. You could be going slower. Slower is just more time under tension. You want to make sure that you feel challenged by the exercises with good form, always. I know I say that all the time, but form is the most important thing. Now, if you're really strong, you can keep your hips up the whole time. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, that's tough. And out. And then in. We'll do two more. Yeah, that's tough. I say I'm bracing with my hands so I can pull back in. That's a great way to get your hamstrings involved. Oh, very nice. Okay, grab a knee, bring yourself up. All we got to do is a quick stretch. You did great. See how quick that was? It was over just like that. Okay, so you're sitting on your mat. So you have cushion and one leg in front of the other. I have my right leg, your left in front. And we have our hands on the sliders. And you're going to slide forward, feeling the stretch in the hips. And you can go in and out if you want to. Hold. And then bring it in. Switch sides. Slide forward. Here, I'm going to turn toward you. Slide forward. Oh, that is a good hip stretch. Remember the hip muscles, those deep muscles are part of your core muscles. So it's important to get in there and stretch them. Sometimes we don't even realize how tight they are. And that can cause tension in the lower back because those muscles are attached to your lumbar spine. Oh. And then bring it up. And then I'm going to turn so you can see me better. I'm going to take the hands back behind, opening up the chest, lifting through the chest. And then you can slide back in and then back. Make sure you don't fall all the way back. I laugh, but don't do it. Lifting, lifting, lifting. So we can release some of the tension in the shoulders that we got in those planks. And then bring it center. And then side stretch. Slide out. Nice. And then bring it center, other way. And this is it. You did a fantastic job. Let me know how you did. If you would like to see other core workouts that I've created, check out this playlist right here.